Hi, we're going to continue the same commandments because of the timing in the recording, so I wanted to cut it off in half. So we saw that, honoring the parents on the fifth commandment, and the sixth one is, um, thou shalt not kill. I mean, we always think that when we say thou shalt not kill, immediately we think about knives or guns or any other hammer or anything. Oh, we don't do commonly. No, I don't do all those things. I mean, nobody is going to do all those things. Not common public is going to do all those things, but probably some other people, may have their jobs as a killing. But commonly, remember that these commandments were given to the people of God, the Jewish people, not for the people of, terrorism people or dacoits or any other people. This is given for the common, believers of God, God's people, God's chosen people, Jewish people that it was given. So he says that, thou shalt not kill. When you say that thou shalt not kill, it doesn't include only those killings by hard killings. It is also by doing our actions with our brothers. Probably you might have taken, or money from your brother and you didn't give it back to him. Or somehow it is in some other way you cheated the money to him. Probably he isn't enough money and you're not giving it because you don't have it. And somehow something is going on. It is a killing. His soul is getting killed. Your brother's soul is getting killed. Not only the money, but in so many other things. You are taking the other people credit in their works and putting it and taking the credit on you, making that to make believe the people to use your credit in a very high scores. In the public, you might have used all those tools. That's killing. Even by looking the people kill them by spirits. By look, who are you, what I am, you cross the limits. You violate things up. That's thou shalt not kill. You're killing those spirit and soul. You cannot do that. Thou shalt not kill. And seventh is, thou shalt not do adultery. And again, always people will say, oh, I don't do adultery anymore. I mean, it's not anymore. I don't do adultery because adultery is something that, I don't do the prostitution stuff or anything. No. It is a dishonor of marriage. Where is the dishonor of marriage? Marriage is holy. See, even marriage concept is between the God and the church. So if anything problem in the church, it's again dishonoring the marriage. That's what you think about. You are adulterating the churches by your actions. And also, when you are literally husband and wife should be given honorable weddings and honorable marriage. There is honor in their marriage. You cannot dishonor the marriage. For example, you should not embarrass husbands or wives in front of them, because in front of public. Because, that's a dishonor of the marriage, dishonor of the wedding. So it's very common in our place that we embarrass, people, husbands or wives before everybody, congregation, anywhere. That shouldn't be happening. That's again, we're doing, dishonor to the marriage. Don't do that adulterated things. That's one thing. And the next one is, thou shalt not steal. What we steal? We don't steal anything. Why should I steal? I don't steal. I don't steal pen or pencil or anything. No. The stealing is so many things, so many ways that you steal. You steal things, you steal people, you steal, in the churches is very, very, I never heard these things before. I never ever heard these things before, especially, I don't know why people give so much importance to the church positions or honorary jobs, honorary works. You are supposed to, even in America, they don't do it here. In America, they don't do those type of elections. In America, when you want to be as treasurer or or any vice president or CEO or the secretary of the church or diocese, there are a lot of rules that you have to go there. So most of them, they don't do that because there is a lot of commitments to do. They will avoid it because you have to be there 24 hours and do certain things. It's almost like a full-time jobs. So people, those who are demanded for that, they will be there. Other than that, they won't do it. But here, it is in our back home. It is more of something like it's like a presidential thing. It is a presidential character. I am big, so I need that position. So I have to compete this person. That's absolutely wrong. And then they steal the people. I thought that the elections were only for the politicians. They do these stealing things. And I'm seeing in all the churches, CAC churches, TLC churches, Methodist, Baptist, they steal the people for their votes. They close the doors and conduct the elections. I could not believe that these things happening inside the church. Folks, you have to be careful where you are ending up. You need to say no to these type of things. As a saint, you know who you are, how you are. Don't be like, be silent. Yeah, no, I don't want to know about these things. Who cares, I just go and do my job and come. Yeah, what? This guy is there in America. He's talking all these things. And why should I, bother about this very thing? Don't think that. Your responsibility. You are there for these things. You can talk about this one because this is a violation and you're becoming the part of it. Don't you want to be holy in front of God? Don't you want to be taken in the second coming when He comes back? Unless you abide the laws, you will not be getting over there. So be careful and beware. No problem. You need to give this one to these people, those who are doing that. Do not steal. And the ninth one is, thou shalt not falsify or do false witnesses. I mean, what is a false witness? We said, I don't go to court. I don't do anything when the lawyer or when the judge asks anything. I don't do any false witnesses. That's not right, folks. That's not right. That is not about it. False witnesses is in order to gain something beneficial for you, you will blame something about others. You are telling about something or about somebody which they never even did it or they never even knew about it. So we tell that. We tell, recently I see this one, but don't mistake me. I'm not supporting anybody here. I'm just openly talking. I mean, if it hurts anybody, I am sorry. I'm upfront talking to you. I'm upfront asking you, sorry for this. I'm just generally giving you an idea how we should behave. Recently, I came to know that, you know what? The bishop is taking 5,000 rupees for every meeting he goes. And if he's stepping in the car, 5,000 rupees, period. If he is coming, 5,000 rupees, period. I mean, I don't know. Did he give you a receipt for that? How do you know this guy is making this much? So you are falsifying. It might be true, may not be true. How do you know? Without proving anything. We are talking with proving it. We know it. That's why we're talking. But this is I gave you an example of it because that's so that you can easily understand this one. It's not so this is an example. There are so many other things that we talk about people in order to get their credits down so that your credits can go up and you can win the race. They do it very often in the politics in the world is now in the church become the world right now. So we do that. So don't do a falsifying witnesses. It's not only that you're going to court. In day-to-day life, in order to gain something, don't talk anything bad or don't talk anything you do not know. That's one of the important things you must keep. And last but not least, number 10th, this is what it is. Thou shalt not covet your wife or neighbor or his possessions. You should be content. Basically, it talks about you should be content what you have. Don't try to take or don't try